During her 4 years, Caroline Gunn became one of the most decorated riders in Texas A&M equestrian history. She helped the Aggies to 3 Western National titles in 2007, 2009, and 2010. During that same stretch, she herself was a 3-time horsemanship national champion. Gunn rewrote the A&M record book, finishing as the all-time wins leader in horsemanship and holds the all-time win percentage record in horsemanship. Gunn also collected the most MOP awards in program history. She saved the best for last, as her final season at A&M was incredible, fashioning a 21-1 record, the best in program history. A true winner rides into A&M's Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline Gunn Rogers.
So I was born and raised in Indiana, but I got to spend a lot of time in Texas growing up showing horses because I was homeschooled. And you know the saying, I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as quick as I could? Yeah, that's definitely me. When it came time to look at colleges, I only looked at schools in Texas, both with and without equestrian teams. And the second I stepped on the soil at Texas A&M, I knew I was home. Of course, recruiting was a little different 20 years ago, especially in equestrian, so I'm pretty sure we toured. I walked in the coaches' offices and said, hey, I love it here. I'll be here. Let me know what you need. See you in August. Thankfully, that all went smoothly. Despite my homeschool status, shout out to my mother for making sure everything was done properly, and they did let me into Texas A&M. Collegiate equestrian has a couple of big differences than mainstream horse showing. First, you don't get to ride your own horse in collegiate equestrian. You are given a different horse to ride at every competition to compete on. So, you know, nothing like having a national championship on the line and your technical teammate is drawn out of a hat. You really had to rely on your skills and your savvy to make sure you could pull out a win. The second big difference was equestrian is not a team sport outside of college. So, as I've mentioned, I was homeschooled. I rode horses. That's all I wanted to do. It's the only thing I did. I did not do any team sports growing up. And anyone who has ever seen me try to catch, kick, or throw a ball knows that I have zero athletic ability outside of riding. So team sports were not in my pre-college years. And so coming to school and learning that not only my performance mattered, but every team member mattered, performances mattered, that was definitely a learning curve. But you know, I might not have had traditional teammates, but I know that my support team, my whole life, is second to none. You know, I started out with my parents, Steve and Janet, who knew that my love for horses was so strong, and they allowed me to focus solely on that from an early age. My older siblings, Josh and Elizabeth, who have zero idea about horses, but were always the best cheerleaders every single day. My sister and brother-in-law, who were my horse trainers, and they challenged me on a daily basis growing up to ride a variety of different horses, which, you know, when your job in college is to ride a horse that you maybe have never ridden before, that was a good skill. That was a good skill to have. And also my coach here at Texas A&M, Beth Bass, who took my skills that I had built and honed them and made me a great collegiate competitor. But on top of that, she also helped me be a good teammate in and out of the arena. 4 years, 3 team national championships, 3 individual national championships, and a million memories later, I graduated from Texas A&M, and I don't think I will ever fully realize how indebted I am to this school. It has been the pathway to every job I've ever held. It led me to meeting my husband, Brian. It has blessed me with 3 beautiful children, Lindsay, Bexley, and Cash, and they're all here tonight. And you might even say that Aggieland's hold is so strong that I've never actually left the county. When I moved here in 2006, I have not left Brazos County to this day. I am still a Bryan, Texas resident, so. I just want to say to my friends and family who are here with me tonight, you are my support, and without you, I would not have had the success that I have had without you by my side. To Texas A&M Athletic Association or Texas A&M Athletics and Texas A&M Lettermen's Association, thank you for bestowing me with this honor. You know, it's just one more affirmation that this little girl from Indiana who fell in love with Texas A&M over 20 years ago definitely made the right choice. Thanks, and gig 'em.